Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing. It is Founders Day in the game, which I don't know what that corresponds to in the actual day. I might be oblivious, but even on my Google Calendar and it working for the state and stuff, didn't ever see anything about it because it's not Columbus Day, Explorers Day. I think it might just be a holiday in the town. Unless I have no idea. I hope I'm not being like ignorant and this is some like American holiday thing, but I'm pretty sure because, well, the Great American Eclipse was Monday, so that was kind of what everything was about that day. So maybe this was another day that you maybe would have seen like a brief thing on the news. So we need to go to C4 and F2 to start things off because we're gonna go find things. See what I did there, folks? C2 and F4, if I believe I didn't get those mixed up. I got it mixed up. C4 and F2. Whoops, I can't press the right buttons. I haven't played this in like a week. C4 and F2. So we'll go down to C4 first. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, too bad I already got a mantis. Man, so many weeds in this game so quick. Look at this. Garbage. Alright, I think this is C4, yeah. Well, there's something right there. Let's see if we get lucky. Nope. Well, I need to send some fossils anyway because we're still missing one for the museum, so. Da, da, da. Again, it's one of those things that lies to you on the map. It looks like the top part is bigger, but no, the bottom part is much bigger. So we're also going to go fish for the jellyfish because it is now the second half of August, and this is only out for the second half of August. Oh, we are in C4. Well, I didn't see it, which means it's definitely hidden. And I think this was like from a week ago. So sometimes I literally think they just disappear. They make like villagers pick them up or something, but maybe not. I don't know. I guess I can go back here and scan that bottom row at least. Well. Wait, do I have a grasshopper? I do. I think the only thing that I need is still the banded dragonfly and the giant beetle, both of which I can get on the island, and they might be actually easier to catch on the island, so I've kind of stopped trying to catch them because they're just pain in the freaking butts. So, well, I'm looking all out of the corners of my eyes, or the corners of the screens, to try and see if something's hidden. I don't see anything. Oh, I see something right there. Oh my god! They actually planted something directly behind a tree. Man, a white bishop. Nobody cares. Wow! Yeah, they don't do that in future games, although they don't do these types of scavenger hunts. Alright, down to F2. God, I love the even cicadas. I can't believe we've only got like a week left of hearing them. Because then after that, I think the one cicada still hangs around for a little while in September. I know it does in the new version. I think it does in this one too. The one cicada, maybe the Walker cicada, hangs around in September. So we'll have a little something, but you know, as far as summer goes in Animal Crossing, it ends at the end of August and then starts to transition, and then, oh, I think I see it right there. It's a pitfall. Yeah, wow, okay. All right, that was our treasure hunt for Founders Day. Happy Founders Day, everybody. Let's go talk to the mayor. Well, because as far as bugs go, fish will linger. Oh god, there's a crack right there too. Fish, you know, will linger into the first half of September. Almost all of the summer fish linger into the first half of September. But things do really start to wrap up pretty quickly here. Because by the middle of September, when those fish start going away, the grass already starts changing. You have your Labor Day holiday, then you have your fall sports fair, and after that, it's a rapid transition into fall for all of those holidays, and as everything disappears into oblivion and turns orange and then white and gray. Okay, Yuppers, today's Founders Day. It was on this day long ago that our four critters came to this land and settled it. If it weren't for them, this beautiful area would still be a barren valley overrun with weeds. And that, Sprout, is why I want to give you this. It's a weed model. I hope every time you take a gander at this, you remember what this place would be like if it weren't for our four critters. Yes, because this place would look exactly like this, just covered in weeds everywhere. Lots of trees. That's right, Mayor Tortimer. So you can order that and order more of them. It's one of the models that you can walk on. It's not a pot model. It's a model of the weeds around town. It's basically just an empty acre that I want to catch you because you're worth some money. Please, come here. Oh, my God. No, you're going to fly away. Oh, my God. Impossible. I just suck. Controls are so blocky in this game sometimes. Oh. Oh, I thought that was, didn't know what that was over there. Hey there, basketball. But yeah, I was saying it's an orderable one, and it's just like a little acre with weeds, basically. With nothing in it but weeds. So we're going to catch ourselves a jellyfish, hopefully. They should be swarming, yeah. In all the Animal Crossings, they're only here for like 2 weeks, if that. But it's going to be literally every other fish that you catch in the ocean. There's just basically a swarm of jellyfish that come in. And it's kind of a neat little thing that happens during the year. It's annoying if you're trying to make some money, but hey, you need to catch it. It's one of only 4 fish or 5 things that appear in the ocean. So to make up for it, though, in this version of the game, once we get to the first half of September, I believe it's the first half, not the second half, the sea bass disappears. The jellyfish came and ate all the sea bass. So then the only 2 things you'll catch in the river for a minimum of like 10 days and a maximum of 2 weeks will be nothing but red snapper and barred knife jaw. And if it's raining, also coelacanth. So every time you reel in a fish, it's a minimum of 3,000 bells, potential to be 15,000. You make a bank. You make freaking bank. I know I've mentioned this before. A lot of people don't know it's a thing in GameCube because it's such a small window. You might miss it. But if you fish in those 10 to 14 days, sometimes it might even be less than 10 days on some versions, like depending on the luck in your game. But that's a thing. So, but I guess it actually, no, it does counteract it because during the entire month of September you catch salmon. The first half of the month, salmon are caught in the ocean and then they go to the river the second half of the month. So while you won't catch them directly in the ocean, like you won't catch a salmon right here in this version of the game, you will catch salmon right here. So at the river mouth, in the actual ocean part, you will catch salmon a lot in that acre. You won't in the other ones. I don't think so. Maybe the ones like next to it, but you won't down here. So that's something to note. Oh, hey, Gulliver. What's Static running to? Running to go visit Sally. I guess I'll catch another one to put in our house or at the other place because that's all you're going to catch, and they're worthless too. So avoid the fishing during this time and wait for September. It makes up for itself. You can pay off all of your loans by doing that, especially if you get a rainy or 2 day, which you will because the summer dry season starts to end in September. You just get random occasional rains again because you notice I haven't seen rain in this town since like the middle of July. Something I wanted to mention last episode that I totally forgot about was very bizarre. So I got on in the morning, it was like 5:58, I was waiting for it to start. So I was running around talking to neighbors that were outside, like almost everyone was out sleeping. Most of the time you talk and they wake up, they're like, oh, I fell asleep. And then they go into their house and they shut the door and they lock it. Well, Sally did that, but she didn't lock her door. She was actually awake, just like walking around her house. So I followed her inside. Like I was able to go inside. I was like, oh, okay. And I went ahead in and was talking to her, and we just like had a conversation. It was just like she was normally in her house. Well, 6 o'clock struck while I was in her house. And in other games, it doesn't happen if you're inside. Usually the cutscene doesn't happen until you leave the building. Because then when you leave it, then it is a cutscene to the town, to the train station. It gives you an announcement about the event. Well, while I was inside of her house, it goes to a cutscene as soon as I finish talking to her and tells me that the aerobics are starting. Then when it cuts back to her house, Sally is gone. There's no one in her house. It's just me. So then I leave her house and I try and go back in, and now her door is locked. And then I run up to the aerobics, and guess who's at the aerobics? Sally. So it literally did the cutscene at 6 a.m., took me out of her house to the cutscene, and then teleported her out and left me in her house by herself when she wasn't in the acre around me. So it was a really bizarre situation. But that's how the game dealt with it. Although now that I think about it, the 6 a.m. message is different than other announcements because technically that's a new day in Animal Crossing. So that's when something like the shop changes remodeling, neighbors move in and out, and your house changes in growth, trees change in growth, like if you got your house upgraded. So that makes more sense about why it cuts even out of your house. Hey, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Because otherwise, that's like a big deal when it cuts it there, versus at other times. Because I don't think it interrupts you at other times, but it may always at 6 a.m. for the new welcome to the new day message, because it's kind of got to do a loading time to update the town and do a little save. All right, let's take a look at this weed model so you can see what it looks like, and then we're going to wrap up this episode, and I won't see you all for a little bit. Let's see, because we did what we needed to do here for Founders Day. This is the last weekend of summer campers, so Saturday morning to Sunday evening will be the last camper of the summer in this town. So I'm going to run in and play for a bit. I'll talk with you guys. Maybe we'll hunt for a giant beetle at night or the banded dragonfly during the day. And we'll try and get myself the tent model because I really want that. And then that will be the end of summer. I got all the summer fish. Those 2 bugs we can get on the island. It might be easier, so I might start hunting for them there. And then other than that, we'll be waiting for the end of the month. I don't even think I have enough raffle tickets, just like last month. I really didn't have raffles last month, didn't play for it. So maybe we can see if I can get enough raffles. If not, I don't really care. But then that next weekend will be Labor Day, and we'll get a model then. And then we'll just have some September bug hunting and September fishing to do. So we'll have those episodes and the sports fair and hanging out in town. We'll have the fishing to do, so we'll pay off our house, and we'll probably start another character or two, do a lot of paying off in their house. So I plan on playing a lot in this time frame, I think, which should be good. And then I don't even want to think about October yet. Can't believe it's that late in the year already. All right. Now, do we have flower models? I thought I had scanned in some. Well, I can't scan in my cards. But I thought I at least typed in the codes from the back of the cards that I had, because some of the e-reader cards have codes on they all have codes on the back that you can also mail to villagers, and you get other prizes. And I know at least one of them is flower models, so I'll have to do that. But there we go. Look, it's weed models. I don't know why you'd want to model this, but I guess it's cool. There we go. Still waiting on that train car model, though I haven't checked Nooks in forever. I guess we should check it. Let's put the Leaning Tower of Pisa in here. I've seen it. It's really not that impressive, actually. And then let's put a jellyfish in here for now until we go to the beach, the island. Let's go check Nooks real quick just in case we get lucky. And that will be that for this episode. There's a jellyfish. Look how exciting that is. All right, folks. Should be about it here. Ba-da, ba, 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 ba-da, ba, 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 ba-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. We already have that. All right, that's it, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later this weekend for the last episode of the summer. Hoorah!